Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Greetings, free people. Yeah, man, catalog. We have chose to catalog some information. So this is an affidavit of information where we are catalog our point of view and our perspective. So with an American story, not his story. So we are focused on the Smithsonian because this is a location, an organization where gain access to a whole bunch of artifacts and ancient things. So it's this is an article just January 20, so I'm like them kind of fresh perspective here. It says the fertile shores. It's one of the greatest mysteries of our time. But archaeologists and even geneticists, I don't call it geneticists, are closer than ever to understanding how human or when human made the first bold journey to America. Boy, I may have to go back on that little thing here. It's one of the greatest mysteries of our time. But the archaeologists and even geneticists are closer than ever to understanding when humans made the first bold journey to the Americas. Now, it's still a mystery, people. I mean, I tell them, say, I've been here. I'm like what is known as, we are autochthon. We sprung from the ground where you see, man. We not come from no place else, as is being assumed. However, for more than half a century, the prevailing story of how the first humans came to the Americas went like this. Some 13,000 years ago, small bands of Stone Age hunters walked across the land bridge between eastern Siberia and western Alaska, eventually making their way down an icy-free inland corridor into the heart of North America. Wow. Chasing steppe bison, woolly mammoth, and overlarge mammals. These ancestors of today's Native Americans, not Native Indian, Native American, established a thriving culture that eventually spread across 2 continents to the tip of South America. Interesting. Yeah, man, interesting. In recent years, however, the version of events has taken a beating, not least because of the discovery of archaeological sites in North and South America showing that human has been on the continent 1,000 or even 2,000 years before the supposed first migration. A subsequent theory, I saw a theory, known as the Celt Highway, came closer to the mark. As the massive ice sheets, it is stated this way, as the massive ice sheets covering western North America retreated, the first humans arrived on the continent not only by foot but by boat, traveling down the Pacific shores and subsisting on abundant coastal resources. Supporting that idea are archaeological sites along the west coast of North America that dated back 14,000 to 15,000 years. We don't even have to go in all of that, but we can, because I present this because we have our people here. We kind of, just a step out and grab some big book that was written by some other man, no different from the ones them where I write what I'm reading here. And it will tell you about the Nile civilization over there in Africa. So what about the Mississippi Valley civilization here? You know what I mean? What about this messier American hemisphere? We have to keep them things in mind. It makes sense what they are saying in America, and we are teach our people all the history about over Africa. You know what I mean? When Africa is so huge and have so much people who need to have their own story. Them need to have them own story. Let them keep their story. Because here is our story, American story. Because we are the original Americans here. And every step of the way we try to present information to validate this kind of claim. So it's no problem learning all you want to learn about Africa. But it do make sense if you're American here in America to at least learn something about this location here. Learn about our great empire and our ancient dynasty. Know that our existence at one point was a mystery to these foreigners. We were like myth. When them describe us, them describe us in mythology. What do you call it now? Mythical terms. That's how them would talk about us. Them not sure, so the mafia said those people in the, far west beyond the seas. So people have to really go easy. However, we salute free will. So we allow people, to exercise their free will accordingly. And likewise, we don't have a problem doing the same. Hence, we share some information about the American story. Yeah, man. So you have to comprehend, so boy, we have always been here. And everybody will come here, come say we find us as a mystery. So the mafia try, find all kind of ways to explain us through their own theory. You know what I mean? Their own hypothesis. Because them have no, foundation really. But I just a touch on this where people can check it out. Because I not necessarily, I just want to them know. Say, yeah, there was a ancient and great civilization on this side of the fence, on this side of the hemisphere. You know what I mean? And, just a quick synopsis. We can touch on that. Let me see if we can get back to some simple thing. What is being shared? What? I want to can look at this. I'm thinking I show you timeline. Mesoamerica, Central America. So when you go over what you're calling over there and study them timeline, you can compare it with these timeline and say, yeah man, we have an active, vibrant culture here. You know what I mean? And as far back as you want to go and take it, you'll find us here. You know what I mean? Hunters roam the landscape, subsisting on large mammals and gathering plants and other natural resources. Incipient cultural beginnings in about 5,000 BC and over the next 1,000 years includes low intensity. Listen, it's neither here nor there. Yeah, man, we can always present a plethora of information I deal with, you know. This location. Now I'm going to try see if I can share an image real quick just before I shut this thing out. I just want to catalog some things. We're not there for the hype, we're not there for the likes. We just want to make sure. Okay, I have an image on the screen. I showed this the other day. This is North America. It's the geographic location. And then you see all the activities here in what is called the Ahuuak Chief Dominion, Chiefdom, what I'm call now the Caribbean area. And you look at the location of all of these, you call it federal states, all of these independent countries within North America. And we are take a look at the languages by color markation, you know. Now, we're going to touch on South America. South America. That's visual image. This is South America. We have Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guyana, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru. This is a South America. It's still America. Brazil, you know, the Portuguese eat up Brazil enough. Bolivia, all of these places. This is South America, people. You know what I mean? And before the Spanish invasion, because if you pay attention, it's all of these people from someplace else. You see Spanish, you see Portuguese, you see so-called, they should just say British, not necessarily English. French, Dutch, you see all of these things. These are foreigners, people. Now, we're going to touch upon Africa. Because my people love Africa, you know. Yeah, man. So we can't deny them that view there. So Africa, yeah, my people. Wow. Is this not a melting pot? My. If you never see it for yourself, you wouldn't believe it. And look at these delineations. You saw the English eat up this location. You saw the French, Arabic French, Spanish, Portuguese, other Arabic. Just pay attention, people. Now this is Africa. Now look at Africa. Here is South Africa flag. So this is South Africa. And you have all of these different locations here. And these people might look like I, somewhat. Now, just take a look. Who know about the Moors and the Moroccan Empire and that powerful Morocco flag? This is Africa, people. This is not America. This is where Morocco is. But you'll have a lot of different kind of breakdown and explanation for why this location is not really Morocco. It's probably, they would say, what is it? The empire and not the whatever it is. But I'm looking at Africa and I'm looking at Morocco. I just saw America and I didn't see no Morocco there. Not even at the federal designation. And when a man say Mauritania, I can go into our best friend Google and Google Mauritania. And we're going to find that there is no such thing here in America. You know what I mean? Not no ancient Mauritania here. Because you have some of these slick people, when them are, you know, perpetrate them genocide, them create maps and give some ancient look and put all kind of names in them maps. I try claim this location. Well, here is Africa. Look at this melting pot. You know what I mean? Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, you know what I mean? Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Sudan, Somalia, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania. This is a place I really would like to travel and see. I'm kind of suspect it green and Wolipa falls and them thing. Now, what people compare Jamaica to this place named Africa? Compare America with one set of people, Malaya, Mauritania. So here is Morocco, and here is Mauritania. People, if you don't look for yourself and get tricked. I didn't create this document here. I didn't. I promise you I never really do nothing for alter it or anything. We are looking at this, location over there. This location have no attachment that we can physically see with over here. Hence, they say it's two hemispheres. And we over here in America is separate and distinct. You know what I mean? Because we were here when everybody else come and see us here. You know what I mean? Now, this is Africa. Let's look at Asia. Yeah, man. Woo! This is Asia. Watch there. We have Japan, China, South Korea, Egypt. Ooh, wow, look at that. Algeria. You see all of that? This is Asia. See it here? Take a look. Let's take a look, people. Wow, English. Russia. Boy, Russia, one huge place. Chinese, Mandarin. When I call that place China, it's really Mandarin. Chinese Mandarin. Well, you know them. Everything become corporate now. But look at the so-called landmass location. Now we're gonna touch on Europe now, So this is Asia. We don't have nothing. No, there's no affiliation here. We give thanks. Seeing we have dark people in all of them locations there. But me I talk about we're kind of separate. Look at Europe, my people. Oh wow. Look at Europe. Albania. Whoa. Croatia, remember Croatia in the little World Cup where we used to say, what you mean? Run them Croatia as a little small team. But look at all of these different, mix up, different, everybody. We are not like that. You know what I mean? And all of this location came here. You know what I mean? They came here. Look at our location. We are one people, see? We can't get it no simpler than that, people. Truly. So when my good brethren them all over the place, we talk about Africa. You know what I mean? Africa. And more Africa. Then I don't mind to talk about America. Yeah, man. And more America. Let me see if I can share this other little area real quick. Cause this is for my local people, And I know my people, them not sharp like the rest out there. Them not read and write on this level. Most of my people, them literally don't even read and write. Them people, them have a work with on a bill. So me have to show and prove, Me have to show and prove for you. All right. I get this from this platform here. Let me see if I can find the top and give the credit where it's due. Bible study on demand. That's not it. I know the brother, I know the brother. Show me a name, I'm gonna send out the salute. But in any case, me I forgot But this is a platform here. Black History in the Bible.com. Yes, that's the platform. And right here, we good brother point out, because I know them things from back in the days, the Zander Van Dictionary. So it has a ham. And it's a ham, perhaps hat. 1. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, which some call the Great Deluge. And one of 8 persons to live through the flood. What a title and put this as persons. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. His indecency, which is Ham, when his father lay drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan. Canaan. So we just kind of point out that now, a little excerpt there behind it where it says, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years, and them must say, but not the Negroes, but the Egyptian and all of that. Them say, Zander Van Bible. We know that Japhet is the origin of the Europeans and Ham is the origin of African, which only leaves Shem as the origin of the Negroes, which is us. However, it is important to know that Zander Van does not provide any explanation for the statement as to why they don't believe Negroes came from Ham. So we just kind of throw that in. So we can, share a little bit of information here and there where we learned. People can really take up the research later. Yeah, man. What else? I think I have something else I wouldn't mind to share real quick. We don't mind to shine light on some of these information. Really don't mind shining light on some of this information. Let me see. And you. Yeah, man. May I show this? I show the construction. Not for what people I think is so ancient, Yeah, man. A lot of things where people think so ancient. If you look deep enough, you may just find the documentation of their creation. You know what I mean?